5, 6, 7, 8.
Hi, Jhia. Thanks for coming today.
Hey, glad to be here.
So let's see. What inspired you to run for vice president specifically?
I just talked about this with my cousin Soraya. What inspires me to be VP? I remember having a set of class officers that I tried to talk to, I tried to communicate with, I tried to, understand what was going on, and they just weren't for my school. They were just very selfish, and I just want to be that person that people can come to and tell me their problems, and we can actually, move forward with these issues instead of just be like, oh, you have an issue? Anyway, because, that's just rude, and I don't want anybody to ever feel like how I felt in those moments.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, despite only being the only vice president running, how nervous or excited are you?
I'm not really nervous or excited. I'm kind of almost disappointed because I feel like my class didn't have a choice in choosing me.
Mm-hmm.
I want my class to be able to choose somebody that they feel truly represents them, and since there's only one of me, I'm trying my best to get out there. I just came back from campaigning, out there trying to figure out what everybody wants. I just want my class to choose a person who feels like they represent as a whole, so I'm going to work my hardest to be that person.
Well, I can tell you, even if we had another candidate, I would. So, I know you mentioned wanting to work with other people. How would you work with other student organizations?
Basically, I've already set some things up when I was out there talking to some students. They let me know some issues. I have some issues on Black masculinity that some people want to talk about. I get that. I got his info. I said, okay, whenever the elections are over, we figure out who is all going to be on the cabinet. This is going to be brought up. We're going to set up a meeting, have a group, get the freshman class together.
Mm-hmm.
I got to talk to another person out there who was more for diversity, because we have a lot of Black students here, but we also have other people of color on campus.
Right.
So being able to represent everybody on campus is what they want, and I got their details for that, and I said, okay, if we're doing anything for that, I'm gonna contact you and pull you through, because I want everybody to be involved with the issues that they want to fight for.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the full question again?
Just how you plan to work with other student organizations.
Yeah, and I know we have a mental health club, and I'm already got on that. I got in contact with a few people over there. I don't think it's enough, but I definitely have somebody's socials who were on that mental health club, and I'm really big on that. So I'm really hoping to work with that organization so we can have meetings maybe in Jude, maybe in the Yard, maybe in Appleton, so we just know what's going on, because some people are feeling really homesick. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was told out there. We need to do more activities for the people who feel homesick. Right. And I'm like, okay, we're going to set that up, because it goes with culture, diversity, mental health, all that stuff aligns. So that's how I'm going to work with other clubs and organizations.
I love that. Do you have any previous leadership roles? And if so, what have you done in those roles?
I have. I used to be in JRTC, Junior Reserve Training Corps. I was a Master Sergeant. Okay. So when I was a Master Sergeant, whenever we had meetings, I would be there. I would help with, getting everybody in their correct positions, because it's all about discipline when it comes to military and what we're doing. The only reason I left JRTC my senior year, because my junior year was my last year, is because it was not about discipline anymore, and it was just fun and games to everybody, knowing that's not what the military is about, and it was supposed to be preparing us for something bigger. So, I also have that role. I also did a lot of community service, so I used to work with a lot of kids. I worked at Thomas Jefferson Elementary. I was one of the volunteers there who helped with just giving out the tickets to the kids. Because, kids are just the kiddies, but it wasn't about us. It was just, that experience was funny. It was just funny.
5, 6, 7, 8. Dance with me in my backyard.